special events. First, we will interview a family who has been separated during the apartheid and after several years have been reunited. Then we have the opportunity to talk to the world-renowned Will Not a History Guide and the changes that took place after the dissemination of apartheid.
Son! Mother! I missed you! Oh no, my wing! Mother, you okay? Okay.
Hello, my name is John Smith, the 32nd of the WPA, and today we have two very special guests who were separated by apartheid for several years, but now they have finally been reunited. Here they are.
Oh, hello, my name is Sunday Jalo of the Zulu tribe, and this is my son.
Sunday Go of the Zulu tribe. I worked hard at the mining, and I have big biceps.
Yes, very big.
So, what was life like before you were separated during the horrible apartheid?
I was working in the diamond mines with my father, just barely making enough to support the family.
I was growing crops in the Bantu homelands, and I also supported them through making dinner and providing meals for them.
So, what were conditions like while you were still living together, however living under apartheid?
The conditions. I remember they were very hard. I got paid very little, and yet I worked many hours, could barely support the family. And these white men, they were brutal. My kinsmen, my fellow brothers, they were always being whipped and beat by these white men.
We faced constant discrimination. And one time my husband, Kutakita, he forgot his password and he was jailed for 2 years.
During apartheid in South Africa, many new acts were passed. Did any of these acts help to separate your family?
Yes, it was these very acts that separate us. Like how the past act separated us from our father, they passed another one where we were judged on how black and how dark we were. And the darker you were, that you were separated from the whiter people. And then they said I was too black, too dark to be with my mother.
Yes, I did not pass because my hair was too curly for the pencil test.
I'm sorry. This is very tough times.
And my boy's skin, his skin was darker than mine. And we were separated, like this.
So, what are your thoughts on Nelson Mandela, South Africa's current president, who led the protests against apartheid?
Nelson Mandela, he's like a role model, an ideal. He protected the African men. He protected our fellow kinsmen. He's the one who led us out of this almost slavery-like situation. Without him, I believe this world would be bleak. And with him, now we have a bright future.
Yes, Nelson Mandela is the reason why we are all living. Without him, we would have no hope.
So, now apartheid has ended and Nelson Mandela is president of South Africa. How has that changed for you?
Well, the situation is still a bit bleak. We have no running water and we have no poor sanitation.
But because of him, we are equal and we are free.
So, now apartheid has ended and Nelson Mandela is president of South Africa. How has that changed for you?
Well, the situation is still a bit bleak. We have no running water and we have no poor sanitation.
You got the stuff?
You got the money?
Yeah, I got the money.
Let's go.
This is a sting operation. You're under arrest.
No! I knew chips were the wrong choice.
Let's go, homie. You got a
Wow,
scale.
only
Don't do
4,000
junk
calories
food.
and 2,000 grams of sodium? That's so great. Don't do junk food, and it's bad for you. Man, I feel great today.
Yeah, homie, me too. I think you have a gun.
Oh, thanks, man. Wow, I feel different.
Yo, homie, what you doing? Man? Come give me that fat food.
That was uber funky. You're not you when you have a gun.
Yo, homie, you got your special guest right here. Hot diggity, it's Mackerel Emmett Pitt, Josh, right here. Okay, give me a sec, let me get it. Alright, let's go. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission, TRC, was a court-like body assembled in South Africa after the end of apartheid. Anybody who felt like they'd been a victim of violence could come forward and be heard at the TRC. Perpetrators of violence could also give testimony and request amnesty from prosecution. Thank you, homie!
And now, Will Nye, the history god.
Our special guest, the famous historian, Will Nye.
Oh, hello, I'm Will Nye, the third.
So, Mr. Will Nye, have the conditions improved for the people who used to live under apartheid?
Yes, the conditions for people that would live under apartheid have gotten better. As you know, 87% of the land went to the white, and only 13% went to the Africans or colored. But for the population for white, there were only 4.5 million. But for the blacks, there was 19 million. Right now, the whites and blacks are treated as equal. While whites were rich back then, the blacks are now rich or in the
Were
middle
there
class.
any changes in the government because of the end of apartheid?
The government has improved in some way. Before, during the whites when they ruled, it was basically considered Nazi-like, like communism. But now, after Nelson Mandela ruled as president, the government has gotten better. However, there has been signs of corruption in the ANC.
But after the end of apartheid, have any more problems occurred?
Yes, there actually have been more problems. For example, the crime and violence rate are notoriously high in South Africa. Just about everywhere you drive, there are high walls with barbed wires encircling every middle and upper class building. Often broken glass or metal spikes are put on top of the walls so that it discourages anyone to climb them. One of the reasons may be known because of the high residual anger toward the white because of the black. It also may be because the low education of the blacks during the apartheid. Unemployment is also very high for the black people. As you can see, about 25% of the blacks do not get a job. Oh, and also, there is no running water and electricity.
Have there been any more complications or predicaments inside of South Africa after apartheid has ended?
There is just also one problem. Many of the educators, doctors, or engineers that are either white or black are actually leaving South Africa because of all violence and crime.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. See you next time on WPN.
Thank you for watching the WNP special on the apartheid.